I don't have female friends. I don't. I'm incapable of that.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, because, you know, come on.
Because you have a wife.
Well, I have a wife, and I don't really have female friends because, look, okay, let's get rid of this myth
I
right
wanna
here.
know why.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Let's get rid of this right here. You're an attractive woman. There's some guy somewhere saying, yeah, we're friends. No, that's not true. He's your friend only because you have made it absolutely clear that nothing else is happening except this friendship we have. We remain your friends in hopes that one day there'll be a crack in the door, a chink in the armor, and trust and believe that guy that you think is just your buddy, he will slide in that crack the moment he gets the opportunity. Because we're guys.
Men think this way?
99.9% of us think that way. You 103 years old?
Yeah.
And you 100.
Yes, sir.
You got to be the prettiest 100-year-old. They've been married 82 years. So now, Miss Willie, you said that the secret to a happy marriage is being nice to each other.
Yeah.
Any other advice you have?
Just sit down and talk things over.
Talk things over.
Oh, yeah, and get a good understanding of what you're doing and where you're going.
I never married. I chose not to marry. But I always love it sometimes when guys will say, you know, that's my wife, or my wife called, or I got to get this for my wife. You know, just when you hear the word wife and you know that he's talking about you, do you like that? Do you go? Yeah.
It feels great, but I can say to make sure you have your own life before you're someone else's wife. And
You cannot tell your mate everything. Women know certain things you cannot share with your man because you already know who you married to. Example, you cannot come home and tell your man that this guy down at the office is flirting with you and you want it to stop. Because now guess what you already know? He going down there tomorrow. And you probably ain't gonna have no more damn job. So you try to handle it yourself. Stop telling a man what you want. This is the slick thing you must learn how to do. When a man asks you what you like, this is your chance to exact all of your standards. I like a man that really goes out of his way to treat a woman special. I like a man who is filled with chivalry. I like a man who is attentive. I like a man who's very thoughtful. Guess what? You answered his question. And we men and we stupid. So we think, listen, I'm just telling you the real. So we think you actually told us what you like. What you did was you told him what you expect. But you did it in such a slick, sexy way. Now guess what? Now you haven't given him the roadmap to your heart. You've left it open.
There are two laws. One of them is make others come to you, and the second law is use absence to create honor and respect. And the idea is, if you're always going after the other person, if you're always the pursuer, etc., they start to take you for granted, right? Sure. You're always the one calling and texting. You're in their face constantly, thinking that that's the way to make them love you. You're also creating that they take you for granted. They think you're so familiar that they have you wrapped around your finger a little bit. And unconsciously, they lose a bit of respect. They may not say it, but it'll come out in their behavior. And over time, you know, the spell of love will kind of diminish. So you want to step back. You want to create some distance, some absence, and you want to make them come to you instead of you going to them. If you make them take a move towards you, then the game is reversed, the dynamic is reversed,